Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Black Ops 4 video. In tonight's video, this is the second video of the night and it's going to be how to win gunfights, because I was looking through my videos and I realized I hadn't done a how to win gunfights on Black Ops 4 yet, and a lot of people have been asking me saying that they just feel like they've been unloading bullets into the enemies but they get melted, and I have some tips and tricks that will help you in any sort of gunfight you guys are in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this. So let's go for 2,000 likes. I know it is a bold like goal, but with the support I've been seeing from you guys lately, it's just been absolutely amazing. Truly a blessing, you know, all the new subscribers, all the likes, the comments, just all the support. It's amazing, and I'm grinding multiple videos a day on Black Ops 4 and really enjoying this game, dude. This weekend, double XP, it's been a blast, and we're only like halfway through it because I think it goes till Monday morning. Anyway, drop a like. Let's go for 2,000. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and let's get right into it. So, winning gunfights. What is a gunfight? A gunfight is a fight where I'm looking at the enemy player, they're looking at me, and there we go. We both start shooting. You know, some kills in this game, you're going to shoot people in the back, you're going to shoot people on the side. Those are good kills because that means you're playing the game strategically, you're running your routes correctly and different stuff like that. But there's other times where it's going to be you versus an enemy looking at each other, and it's going to come down to who is the better player in that specific gunfight, and that's what we're going to talk about. The first thing is jump shotting versus drop shotting. A lot of people ask me this, and in previous CODs, Modern Warfare 3 most notably, drop shotting was just the absolute gift. You would just wreck everyone. The only way they would stop you is if they could get that lucky headshot, because as you're dropping down, your head is exposed, and that was sort of like the only counter. But basically, in this game, they've changed it, and I think for the first time in Call of Duty, where your crouch to prone animation, you actually let go of the gun with two hands, or you let go with one hand to put it on the ground, and it's the same from going from crouch to prone or from prone to crouch. So that means if you are going to be pulling out a drop shot, your aim is going to go absolute wonkers, as you know, your field of view is going, you put your hand down, plus you're going to be having to hip fire, and it really just doesn't work out. If you get a drop shot kill on them, it's probably because they're really weak or it's kind of lucky. You can do sort of what I did there and go prone before the fight, but then I recommend probably staying prone and not standing up mid-fight, which is a bad habit that I have. So yes, jump shotting is the way to go. Jumping around corners is a major key in this game. If you see players in your game on the enemy team or whatever, your teammates jumping around corners spraying, that is, you can tell that's a good player. That's what good players do, and jump shotting and jumping around corners is the way to go into this game. You can't really do a jump shot into drop shot, and just I would avoid drop shotting at most situations, but that also means that people don't expect people to be prone as much. So if you're laying down waiting at a doorway, that can be very helpful. The next predicament I see people always ask is reload versus heal. Now, when you're in a fight and you shoot them, they back off, you have that decision to make, and it's different every single time depending on the amount of damage. Say you did like 100 damage to them, they only did 20 to you. I'd probably push that fight like right there, but it all comes down to personal preference, and in that situation, what is going to be the best. So basically, how I see it is I usually like to go for the heal, because I find that most of the enemies aren't very aggressive, and even while healing, I mean, if you have the stim shot, you're able to shoot them while healing, so with that, you should probably always go for the heal. But stim shot is great for that, but with acoustic sensor, it has to be a little more selective. I tend to run away a little bit around the corner and hide myself for a split second, use that heal, wait till it's going up, and then push them again. And the next decision is between acoustic versus stim, because I think those are the two best gears in the game as of right now, and your decisions for that for winning gunfights is acoustic isn't going to help you once you're in the gunfight, but it's going to give you that intel to allow you to aim down sight around the corner, wait for the enemy to walk into your crosshair. It's a major key. Intel is everything in Call of Duty, and having that intel allows you to prepare for the gunfights better than the enemy can prepare, so you will in turn win more of them. On the other end, stim allows you to heal up while fighting and sort of juice yourself in those fights where you stim and then push them, with that heal being so much faster than it is on people that don't have acoustic sensor. You don't need stim to have fast heals, but if you are rushing, it is, does make that a lot easier. So your choice here is between intel that will help you before the fight and set up, or juicing yourself and something that will help actually in mid-combat and probably help with taking out multiple enemies. Alright, so that one is another decision right there. Definitely go with drop shot, or not drop shot, with jump shot in this game though, and usually reload versus heal. You usually want to heal and then start the healing process and then go into reload when you don't have stim shot. When you have stim shot, you just heal so quick it doesn't even matter. Next, for winning gunfights, a major key is take advantage of what you have on your gun. Grip 2, most notably, is a secret. Grip 2 is an overpowered secret that, I mean, it's not really that big of a secret, but if you want to win gunfights, Grip 2 is the way. First of all, with Grip 1 and Grip 2, you have basically no recoil at all when you're aiming down sights. Your gun is going to be a laser with the majority of the guns that it's available on, right? And then with Grip 2, you flinch less when aimed down sights in a fight. So a lot of those gunfights that are straight on, like we're talking about in this video, you're going to flinch less, and probably if you have the double grip, the guns most notably that it's available on are ICR, which ICR with double grip is a perfect no recoil laser gun, plus you're going to have less flinch because of that, and the GKS, which is a very, very good SMG. Those are very, very good ways to do it, and I definitely think that Grip 2, if you're having trouble winning straight on gunfights, use a gun and a setup with Grip 2. The ICR with it is the most broken as of right now. There's other stuff in your class setup that will help win you gunfights though. One I would say is stock. Take advantage of if you have stock. A lot of the guns don't have stock in this game, so people won't strafe as much. They won't expect to strafe. If you have an SMG with stock, you can do some magic strafing on opponents, and people don't expect that because they're used to people sort of standing still in this game or moving very slowly side to side. And SMG with stock, and if you want to take it to the next level, even throw Skulker on that class setup, that can be absolutely amazing. Another combo I like, obviously Grip 2 is the best for winning gunfights, but it's not available on every gun, right? So another combo I like is Gung-Ho plus Quick-Draw. Now Quick-Draw 2, I don't see that much need for it. It's fun. I've been messing around with it a little bit, but Quick-Draw plus the Gung-Ho perk Gung-Ho allows you to get your gun up faster after sprinting, which when you're getting caught in a sprint can save you on some of those gunfights where maybe you don't have the intel, you're not expecting that enemy, you get caught in a sprint, but your gun comes up quick because of that. And then of course Quick-Draw, your gun comes up quick with Gung-Ho, and you can aim down sights quick with Quick-Draw, and that's basically a 1-2 combo I like. These are all different things you can add to your class setups to really, really help you win. Hipfire as well is something that Hipfire is kind of weak in this game, but there's Laser Sight and there's Laser Sight 2, which can be very, very good and maybe even abused on a weapon like the Spitfire or the Cordite, because you can run Stim Shot and because you can actually shoot while sort of healing with Stim Shot with that Laser Sight 2, and I believe that's the reason why they made Hipfire pretty bad in this game. But when you do that, you sort of flip the roles and put a class setup around hipfiring in the game where it's weak, and you can sort of take advantage of that, especially with a lot of these maps. But the main thing for gunfights is have the right class setup. Use the better guns. Don't use a gun that's going to put you at a disadvantage. Most notably, Maddox, the ICR, and the Vapor, GKS. Those are great weapons, Swordfish right now. I mean, you guys should check out my top 5 guns video, my top 5 class setup videos, because I think a class setup and a gun is very, very important into what goes into winning a gunfight. I really think it is, and by using a gun that sucks, you just put yourself at a disadvantage, you know? If you're fighting someone with it, and you have the KN, they have the ICR at distance, they already have a huge advantage up on you, which sucks, but the gun balance isn't the best as of right now in this game. Of course, it's just a weekend, and Treyarch is known for having great patch updates and great balance changes. So I think that this is obviously all these changes are coming, but that's something that you know, take into account. Use what you have, use your perks and attachments, and use those to winning gunfights. But the main thing I would say is intel. Acoustic sensor is the way I like to go. It gives me the intel to be ready for the fight, and then even though I can't strafe or anything like that, when I'm ready for the fight and I get those first couple shots in like that, as long as my aim doesn't go bonkers and I use a pretty mid-level sensitivity, I'm able to destroy people like that. I'll probably do a settings video coming up in a little bit. Another thing that I have is a Scuf Controller, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know what they are. It's a controller company. It's scufgaming.com. I'm actually sponsored by them, and I have been using their controllers for maybe like 5 or 6 years. I think in a future video I'm going to show off the controllers that I actually use because people always ask about it. Yes, I do use a Scuf, and I think that a Scuf does help you win gunfights because what a Scuf does is it has 2 paddles on the back. One that allows you to punch if you're using tactical button controls, which I do, and the other which allows you to jump. So by having a paddle on the back that allows you to jump, you can sort of keep your hands on the aimers, or your thumbs on the aimers, because you don't have to move it up to that A or X jump button, and you can basically be aiming while jumping around corners, and it really helps go back to that first point with jump shotting. I do think a Scuf is so important. I thought it was so important on Black Ops 2. Of course, the futuristic games it was very important on as well, but definitely Black Ops 4 is one where this game plays like Black Ops 2, and a Scuf and jump shotting is a major, major key. If it gives you that 1 bullet or that 1 millisecond advantage in a gunfight, it's definitely worth it. Scuf's the only, one of the big downsides is that they are kind of expensive, but if you do have the money, I think it definitely is worth it, especially for someone that takes gaming seriously. It's definitely a worthy investment, and make sure to use code Goblin. That will give you a little bit of a discount. Code Goblin, and the link for Scuf Gaming will be in the description. But that's just a side point. I hope all this stuff around your class setup, around intel versus actual in-fight stuff, and jump shotting versus drop shotting, I hope this all cleared it up and will help you guys win more gunfights. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.